Yes, at the ARA show, and with us are some customers here at our booth. May I ask for your name?
Gary Bump.
Barbara Bump.
Okay, nice to have you here. I've heard you own a Troteclaser yet, do you?
Oh yes, I've had one for almost 2 years.
Okay. And what is your business? What's your application? What does your company do?
We're in the engraving business. We use it for metal and plastic engraving and acrylics and glass.
And what type of laser are you using? What's the model?
We use a Speedy 75 watt Speedy. It's got an 18 by 24 inch workspace.
That's a pretty strong powered laser. And what are the materials you're working on?
Well, we do a lot of acrylic engraving, and we do a lot of stainless steel tags, which works out really nice, and a lot of plastic, a lot of engraving stock for trophy plates and stuff.
May I ask you, for when you made the decision, when you purchased a Troteclaser, what was the main three things what made your decision going towards Trotec?
Well, I'd heard some really good reviews. You had a real pushy salesman in Don, but no, he was very convincing, and it has a class distinction about it that just sets it apart from the others that I looked at, Universal and Epilogue, some of the other competitors that and the job control software makes it very, very user friendly and quick to learn.
That's good to hear. If you think about the company, the rep, the people behind, what would you tell us about that?
Well, they actually, from my end of the phone, seem to drop everything and focus on my problem if I have one. And that's Amy has been very helpful from the factory, and here at the show they're all about everything that's not exactly precisely right with a machine. If you're having a problem, they really spend a lot of time trying to solve it.
So you had experience with our tech support as well?
Yes.
What was your experience with that?
Yeah, we had a couple of software issues where I used Corel Draw 12, and it was not cutting out like it should. We spent a fair amount of time trying to solve the problem. Evidently, we solved it for a lot of people, but it was they've got it working 100% now, and like I said, they seem to drop everything to solve my problem. So that really made me feel like I had somebody behind me to help me, keep it running, which is where the money comes from.
Very good. And we love to have you here in our family, in the Trotec family. Anything you would like to add, or any comment you would like to give at the end?
Well, I just think I probably the most impressive thing that happened to me was about a year ago at a trade show. I went to a company that cuts out laser patterns, and he asked me what kind of laser I had, and I told him Trotec, and he kind of rolled his eyes, and I said, "What's wrong with that?" And he said, "Well, that's like the Rolls-Royce of lasers." He said, "We don't have all of our patterns set up to work with them yet, but," he says, "I will." And he said, "That is the cleanest machine that we have that we know about." And he said, "I'm real impressed with that." And I said, "Well, being that I've got a lot of money invested in it, that seemed like a really great comment for you to make from somebody that's not a Trotec salesman." So,
Okay, that's very, very good also for us to hear. We need to get your feedback because we work for the customer, and so it's not only supporting and selling products. We live from the customers, and that's why we need to know from you. Thank you, man, for having the time. Thank you, sir, for joining us, and seeing you very soon in Vegas or somewhere else. Thank you.